What's up, everybody? Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook, back with you once again for our Week 6 Ivy League football preview as we take a look around the Ancient Eight. And now we're in the meat of conference play. So let's take a look at the standings to see where we are right now as we enter Week 6 on the Ivy League schedule. And as you can see, 3 undefeated teams right now: Dartmouth, Harvard, and Princeton. And man, we have a lot of great games to get into this weekend because 2 of those unbeaten teams play each other at the end of the day, and that's Harvard and Princeton, and we'll get to that game later. But first, let's start on Friday night as Columbia travels up to New Hampshire to take on the Dartmouth Big Green. And this is going to be key for Columbia in this ball game. They just have to find ways to force turnovers. If they can turn the ball over and take away one possession from Dartmouth, they have a great chance of winning this ball game. But if you're the Big Green, it's about making Dante Miller, their outstanding tailback, irrelevant in the ball game. Make this a passing game, a one-dimensional Columbia attack, and it increases their chance of winning. Should be a fantastic game on Friday night. Next up, we have Penn traveling to Yale to take on the Bulldogs as both teams try to rebound after losing last weekend. And if you're Penn, it's about third down efficiency, staying on the field on offense, sustaining these drives, and on defense, they have to be able to stop Zane Dudek and get off the field. They can do those 2 things. It increases their chance of having success. Now, if you're Yale in this ball game, it's going to be tying up loose ends. There were some opportunities against UConn to win that football game outright. They missed on some deep shots down the field. They missed on some big play opportunities on defense to turn the ball over even more so. So if they could tie up those loose ends, they should have a much better outcome in this ball game. Now we move on to Brown taking on Cornell. This one should be a styles make fights type game because you have the explosive offense of Brown and the defense of Cornell. However, if you're Brown in this ball game, you want to make it a track meet on offense. You don't want to make it a track meet on defense. That defense has to find a way to get some stops. And if you're Cornell, I love the fact that they can be versatile on offense. We saw that last weekend in their win versus Colgate. Find creative ways to have success on offense. We saw Jamison Wang get involved, the backup quarterback that can run the heck out of the football. Just find ways to work him in the offense, and it should help them out moving forward. And finally, we get to the biggest game of the weekend, and that's Harvard taking on Princeton in a battle of unbeatens. And if you're Harvard in this ball game, to knock out a team like Princeton, I think they have to find ways to make plays on the ball in the air. We know Princeton does a great job in throwing the football vertically. They want to work touchdown and check down in that passing game, and that secondary of Harvard will have to find ways to make plays. For Princeton, it's getting creative up front along the line of scrimmage. That's where Harvard is strongest, on the offensive line and defensive line. We know what they can do with their run game on offense, and on defense, they can apply pressure and stop the run. So you got to find ways to find success up front in the trenches if you want to win. So this is a fantastic weekend in the Ivy League, and I'm glad we get to watch it all throughout the weekend starting on Friday. So for more Ivy League football content, keep it locked here on ESPN+.